Hi, everybody. I'm so excited doing this YouTube live because I'm just like, I don't always have time to go to the fancy backdrop, but there's always things to talk about. So, this is the things we're going to talk about is the world does not need more people following the way that other people created this society by. Do you feel what I'm saying? There was a time when it was built for that generation, but you are of a different generation. This is a different generation, and there's a reason you have different ideas. Those ideas are to be followed. There's a reason you do want to be an astro space engineer, or there's a reason you don't because someone else does. So, who's made the biggest difference in your life? Who's been the biggest inspiration for you? I bet you. I bet you it was a person who was doing what they were passionate about, who was doing what lit them up, and who was doing something that was their way and not somebody else's way. Now, you get to do, you get this chance on this earth. It's very hard because the people around us love us, usually. I mean, they do. And they've had their own experiences, they've had their own traumas, they've had their own scares, they've had their own failures too. They've also had their own regrets of not doing the things that they kind of wish they could have done, that they didn't speak their voice for something they knew was true about. All of those things are part of that person's world and that person's reality. That doesn't have to be a part of yours. It's so good to learn from them. It's so good that we have people to help us for good or for bad to say, I wish I would have done this or I wish I wouldn't have done this. But, and it is good to look at people who are doing what you want to be doing and do that. I think that's a great way to begin changing habits and things. But I don't think that you can use somebody's um, idea for what's best for you if it's if it causes a little like uneasiness within. Now, this is where it gets tricky because we can't confuse uneasiness with um, just being out of your comfort zone because you have to. You absolutely have to be out of your comfort zone. You absolutely have to feel like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, oh my gosh, I don't have all my normal coping things here. I've never done this before. Like, I think that's real. And it's just not a coincidence though. It's not a coincidence at all. It's not a coincidence that you have your ideas, you have your talents, you have your gifts. You have your naive hope. Your naive hope for things to be a different way. What if you just need to start sharing it, right? And let's see. So the people who do inspire you, whether it's a musician, whether it's, like someone like Tony Robbins, whether it's a president, whether it's a teacher, whether it's like just someone in your school who you silently admire. You silently admire them because they're doing their thing. They're like on their path. So what if any of these people weren't? Like what if like I don't know, Ingrid Michaelson just kept on not singing. Like what if she just was like, this isn't gonna work. This is too hard. I should probably just go do whatever. It wouldn't be of any benefit to her or to you. The more the more different, um not that you need to say how can I be more different, but if it is different, the calling inside of you, I don't think it's a bad thing. Mm-mm. Because the reality, hold on, I just got this download. The reality is too easy to believe in when it's not changed. The mind, once the mind is stretched to a new experience, it can't go back to its old capacity. That's the good thing. So once you change something you do as your identity, you've just broken all the rules for who you were and you can become that person. Okay? If you want to take an alternative route to traveling, to studying, you can. If you want to, really, really, really focus on a sport that's brand new, you can. You can change the dial at any day, at any given moment. Would it be of most benefit to anybody? Actually, let me ask you this. What are you willing to do in order to achieve that joy that you've been hinted with, that you've had like a sneak preview of the bliss available to you? The bliss and fulfillment from serving others with what you want to do is massively high, massively high. So you can live like this, where it's like just being a co-creator of your life doesn't mean that um it doesn't mean that other people aren't still people and they stop being themselves, and life doesn't happen and you won't get a flat tire. But when you're more intentional, the most successful people have the bigger vision. It will keep you excited. Like, this is the thing. If it excites you, let's hold on to it. Like, hold on to it with both hands and just commit to it for a certain amount of time. For a certain amount of time. Just do it for yourself. You will thank yourself. What if your boss's first priority was laughter, fun, pleasure, excitement, games? Like, what if they made sure that they were like chill? What if they had like laughed or gone skiing or something? Then they wouldn't put on whatever they're mad about on you, and in their effort in a position to control, they wouldn't do that, because they'd be like, no, life is beautiful. Yeah, of course I want you to have fun too. That would be the ultimate thing if that was the game changer. As a rising generation, you get to be a part of this. You get to be a part of deciding your boundaries, deciding what is most important. Because if you take a look at your goal, and if the things that lead you to that goal aren't even fun or don't excite you, because, for example, when you're pumped about running a marathon, then like you're pretty much excited most of the time to train, because for whatever reason, crossing the finish line like lights you up. But when it stops, when you don't care if you're running the marathon for somebody else, then you won't need to do that. So just take a look at your journey, and are you having fun? And this is the kicker. How can you have fun right now? If you want to love your job, I dare you to love your job right now. I dare you to take out a piece of paper and write down what you do love about your job and what is so awesome about your job, because there's something awesome about it. And if you constantly have the mindset of looking for what is wrong with your new job, you will be the same way. So constantly have the mindset of what is awesome about your job, and then your new job will be even actually better. Do you feel what I'm saying? Your mind, guys, your mind. Okay. Um, if you don't make the choice to exercise faith, it's not going to happen. It's not. It's not going to happen if you don't make the choice to exercise faith, because it's a choice. It's a choice to choose to do something. Just like you have to write your essay. Sometimes you sit down and then you start going and it's good. If you don't sit down and say, I'm going to take time to feel into the good feeling again and get myself back into that believing state every single day, more than one time a day, as many times as you can. Get yourself there like it's a priority. Get yourself there like it's due. Like it's it's fun. It's a true gift, and just because you don't see others in your life doing it doesn't mean you can't do it. You can. So if you're afraid of disappointing your peers or your parents or your coworkers because they have a different idea of what you should do, or you haven't told them that you were going to do this, you can sit with that. You can sit with that And then you can imagine that you're sitting in a rocking chair when you're 90 years old and being like, I wish, or I'm glad. If you keep finding yourself in the same pattern of self-doubt, of getting pumped up and then becoming doubt, getting pumped up and then getting doubt, pumped up, you're like, yes, I think this could happen. The doubt and the confusion does not come from within you. Confusion is not of the spirit. Confusion is when we are so focused on other people's perception of us or other people's recommendations of what should be done. Okay, I gotta head out now because I'm actually going to go write my essay for my Thailand study abroad. I'm very excited. Oh my goodness, I'm going to Thailand in May. I'm going to Thailand, and I'm also going to Bali in April. And we're seeing I'm on a fun journey right now. Lots of working and lots of working and some school. I gotta get my study game back on. But let me know in the comments below. A, your biggest takeaway from this, your biggest new thing that you heard, and B, comment below your social media tag, your Instagram, or if you have a Facebook page, and I'd love to get in contact with you.